coming outside for my usual vitamin D break. So this is the last week of the semester. We kind of like randomly come back in February for like 1 week to wrap the school year up. And so it's honestly kind of crazy too, because so I'm leaving my school next year. So this is like obviously the last, like my class, one class with my students this week is the last time I'll see them. And so like, I've been telling like some of the classes if they ask. First grade co-teacher, she told her like homeroom class. And so today when I walked into class, they had this whole like big thing on the board, like saying goodbye and stuff. And it was just like so sweet. And I was just like, oh my God. This lovely. Which is really special that they had all these like pictures drawn and the detail was there. They had like all my earrings and my nose ring and stuff in the pictures. It was so cute. But I was like, oh my gosh. But yeah, I can't believe it's the last week of school. There were some points of the year where I didn't think this week was coming. I wanted it to come so badly. But now that it's here, it's like, wow, this will be the last time that I'm going to be teaching at this school. Oh my gosh, y'all, the day just keeps getting better. One of the students came up to me with a little message.
Thank you for teaching me for a year. Goodbye.
It's just nice. It's like, oh, I'm gonna miss you guys. Whew, okay, I think I've had enough vitamin D. It's really cold. It's like a high of 28 and like a low of 17. So it is cold. Oh my God, it's so cold. So I just got home from work, go to turn on the light in my room, right? Turning on the heat, and my light blew out, apparently. So I'll be in the dark the rest of the evening. But, yeah, I just wanted to, like, talk about I really feel like gift giving is, like, such a huge part of Korean culture. Because I showed, like, the pencils and stuff that, like, was on my desk. And even yesterday, like, this week has been, like, some of my students stopped by yesterday and, like, brought me, like, a note and some little candies and stuff like that. And then yesterday, even, somebody stopped by and had dropped, like, gave everyone this little plant. Like, literally, it's like a little plant. I'm like, oh my God, that's so cute. I don't even... Euphorbia, hypogay, something. But I'm like, this is so nice. And even here. Okay, so one of the teachers that took my English conversation class during the winter vacation, so like, 2 weeks ago or whatever, we were, just talking about any and everything, and somehow we got to talking about like food and stuff, and so I got to talking about chips, and I was saying like, oh, I don't eat like chips really like that in Korea. It's like, oh, you should try these, and I was like, okay, cool. So I'm like, writing them down on my phone, taking pictures, and then literally the next day she comes in with like a bag full of chips for me, like the chips that we had talked about. And so it was just like just all the chips, all the like potato chips and flavors, like, you gotta try these. And I was just like, what? And these little this is like kind of funny, these little chicken drumstick little things. But yeah, I was just like, that's just like, I feel like every time someone's like, dropping something on my desk, or I come back to something and I'm just like, oh my gosh, like, because this, I'm telling you, like, the gift giving here is so big. But I think it's like so special and just so nice. But yeah, I don't know, I just wanted to share that because it's like, yeah, it just made, like I said, the day, yesterday and today has just been so nice. It's been like a really, really, really great week so far, for like it being like my last week of school. And I'm just like, yeah, I'm just happy about that. Headed to go meet some friends for dinner. Okay, thank you.
Oh, you completely ruined my picture just then.
I'm so glad.
Yummy.
But yeah, whatever.
Here.
I just remembered it was like the first week of
Whoops, sorry, girls.
With that amount of sugar. Well, this apple and cinnamon there, just lemon.
Yeah, lemon.
You have a lemon slice. Yeah.
All right, so I'm on my way home, and my sweet tooth is kicking in, and I recently discovered that the GS25 at the corner store not far from me has Ben & Jerry's. The problem is it is significantly overpriced. I think it's like 15,000 won, which is probably like $12. So I'm kind of salty about that, but I really want some ice cream. Like, forget the fact that it's 18 degrees right now. I'm getting that ice cream and I'm going home. Okay, what kind do they have here? Yeah! Got it! Oh my god, I'm so worried about my ice cream, I forgot that I needed trash bags. 봉투 싸고 싶어요? 20리터
20리터
3개.
3장.
And 50리터 3개.
3개, 50리터 3개.
네.
6,990원.
Alright, I've got my trash bags and my ice cream. Time to go sit in the dark and enjoy said ice cream. Good morning, happy Wednesday. It's my usual kind of like time in the morning where the teachers are with their homeroom classes and I'm just chilling in the office. Not a lot to do today, not a lot of like prep or anything. We're either watching a movie or playing a game. In my classes today, my first period is free, so you know, I'll just kind of be here at my desk. But yeah, I'm gonna miss my little morning chats during this time for my vlogs. But yeah, it's like kind of hitting me, like not really, that this is like literally the last week of school, the second to last day. So I'm just ready to start the day, see what's in store.
You told me to help our people. This is how we help our people.
Since it's the last class of the year with them, I've been giving all the classes a little bit of candy, a little sweet treat. Lunchtime. If there's one thing that I'm for sure gonna miss about like being teaching here, is definitely gonna be the lunch. One more class left. Oh my gosh, got a little certificate. My last day. Oh, and Kevin. Finally, Kevin comes, and it's my last day, but it's okay. I'm glad I got to see you here at least once. Oh my gosh, okay, another goodbye. So the place that I go to weekly for my Korean tutoring and to like then practice English with like Korean people, today was my last day going, so that's why I have my like certificate, and then my group leader got me some goodies. Like I said, they love like giving gifts, and got some pictures. Oh my gosh, got some pictures that I'm gonna add to my scrapbook, of course, so I'm really excited. Well, to have my pictures, but I'm super sad. I've been going there like the last year or so, like every Wednesday, practicing and learning my Korean, like meeting a whole bunch of friends and stuff. Oh my god. I just got home. And so got home and I saw my package was here. My little package from Coupang. And so I know I've been talking a lot in like this vlog about like gifts and goodbye gifts and gift giving here in Korea. And so of course, right, I wanted to give like a little something to my co-teachers like before I left. So I had ordered like a little tea set. It's a little tea gift set. And it has like 3, you know, different types of tea. I think it's hibiscus, lemon balm, and peppermint tea. And then on the way home from like leaving the place that I get my tutoring, you know, I just went to Daiso and grabbed some little note cards. So, you know, just write a little thank you to them. Oh my gosh, I can't, like it hasn't hit me. Like even tomorrow is like the last day of teaching with the students. And then I also found out today that tomorrow, like, you know, I said a lot of last minute plans, but tomorrow we are doing, we're having like a school dinner, like a retirement sort of, and like a retirement / end of the school year, like dinner, because my principal is retiring. Yeah, so I'll be doing that after school, and yeah, just like I said, the end of the year sort of thing, just a lot of like celebrations in the mix with goodbyes and just all those sorts of things. Oh my god. Oh my gosh! Officially finished with all my classes! It's kind of bittersweet, but oh my gosh, I can't believe it. Good morning. Happy Friday. I've been up since 3:30 this morning for kind of like no reason. I fell asleep super early last night. I was so tired after I came back from like the retirement dinner for my principal. And then I woke up this morning at 3:30 and I've been awake ever since, just kind of reading, just thinking about, everything. But now I'm currently making my oatmeal for breakfast, got my coffee maker going. But anyways, okay, so maybe like the last 2 weeks, the weather report has been saying like, oh, it's gonna snow. No, I haven't seen any snow. And so then when I just grabbed my phone, like the little widget on my screen was like, oh, it's gonna be snowing until 10 a.m. And I'm like, oh, whatever. And I was like, let me look out the window. Is it really snowing? Literally, I looked outside and there's like a blanket of snow on the ground. So I'm like, I want to go outside and see the snow. All right, I'm gonna bundle up. Oh my god! Can you see the little flurries? Maybe in the light you can see them. Oh my gosh, it is snowing! Alright, finished my breakfast. Sitting here and drinking my coffee. Don't judge me. I'm still in the dark. Because, okay, I told my co-teacher that I need to, like, get the light bulb changed, but it's like, obviously they would come after school. I can't, I don't get home until like 4:45, 4:50. But it's like, the past 2 days, I've had, like, things to do immediately after work. So it's like, they would not have been able, like, what I'm saying? The people coming to fix it wouldn't have been able to come. So, hopefully today. And, got the good old kitchen light right here. But anyways, I didn't get to I wanted to just talk about yesterday and stuff like that, because I feel like the school year ending was very bittersweet, because and I feel like anyone who has taught can understand this statement. It's like when the school year is going, it's going on, it's like you can't wait for the end of it to come. It's like, oh God, please I need to get to the end of the year. And then when it comes, and I think especially for me, because I'm not returning back to my school, it's just like, oh my gosh, it's over. It's really over. And we had because my principal and one of the PE teachers are retiring. So then we went to after the kids left, we went to the auditorium. And we had a little ceremony. They kind of gave them a plaque, it was really nice. The band, the orchestra, played some songs and stuff. So that was nice. And then we went to a banquet hall and had a retirement ceremony for my principal. At first they kind of asked the teachers who were leaving, I think, to come up, and I was like, no, I don't know, sometimes I feel I don't want to bring attention to myself. So there was a few teachers, because I think two of the teachers in my office that were also at my table, they didn't go up either. So I was like, okay, I'll just sit here. But then something happened. I'm just sitting there eating my plate, eating what's on my plate. And some of the teachers, this is later after we'd already eaten, or while we were eating, kind of, they asked more teachers to be coming up there. And so then I just hear I think my principal kind of say my name, and then everyone's looking back to me. I'm like, oh my gosh, what happened? And my co-teacher, who was sitting next to me, she's like, oh, go up and just say. I'm like, what? You want me to go up and say what? I'm like, no. I'm not going up and saying nothing. In my head, I'm literally panicking. Heart is racing 100 miles per hour. I'm like, what? Oh my God. I work at a big school, so, and it's this is all of the staff. So there's probably I'm going to say probably a good 100 of us there at this dinner. And so she's like, come on, let's go. And I was like, oh Lord. So I go up there, and then it ended up being like a few other teachers went up there, but I didn't fully understand what was going on, because the amount of us that went up there was not the same amount that went up there prior to saying that they were transferring. So somehow there's about 10 of us up there, and the vice principal's talking. I'm just up there kind of, awkward smiling, because I'm like, oh my God. And next thing I know, the vice principal is kind of like putting the mic in everyone's mouth, and there's everyone saying something. I'm like, this is why I didn't want to come up here. Oh my God. Oh my God. So my co-teacher, like, as the mic is coming down the row to me, she's like, oh, just say what you liked about. I'm like, what? I'm like barely understanding her. Just say, what you liked about that's just it. Say what you liked about the school, 5 words. I'm like, 5 words? What? So then I don't even have time to think. I'm like, think of and phrase it in what? I'm full on like, I don't know. So then they skip me, and I was like, okay, well, maybe I don't have to say anything. Give me the little foreigner pass. I'll take it. And then they're like, oh, you can say it in English. I'm like, something that I loved. I'm like, oh Lord. The vice principal's like, mic in my face. I'm like, oh, my students. And then I see her like turn back to the audience. She says something, and then everyone's like quiet. Like, I think maybe she's like telling them to like be quiet so they can hear my answer. So then like, yeah, then she turns back to me, and then like again the whole room is now silent looking, and I'm like, oh my God, like, because I'm like nervous. So then we're all kind of laughing because it's like kind of funny. And I was just like, oh, like my lovely students. Then my co-teacher like kind of translated. And then we were able to go like sit down, and my co-teacher's like, oh, that was a nice answer. And I was like, yeah. I was like, oh my God. Oh, I hate being put on the spot. Like in certain situations. But anyways, yeah, like the food was really good. And then I, headed home. And yeah, then I was just kind of just like sitting here reading. Next thing I know, I'm sitting here on my little floor sofa reading. Next thing I know, I'm waking up and it's 1:41. And I'm like, oh, okay. So then I set an alarm, go back to sleep. And then I think there was like an earthquake. It was like a low magnitude earthquake, but like an earthquake, like up in the northwest. Particular alert, like made a sound, like had like an alert sound. So then I woke up again, and it was like 3:30, and I've been up since then. But yeah, anyways, yeah, that's how yesterday went. Ready to tackle today, last day. The 3rd graders have their graduation, and then I think the 3rd grade teachers, and I'm in the 3rd grade teacher office. So then my co-teacher was like, oh, we'll have lunch together, and then after lunch, like everyone can go home. On my way to school. Well, I am happy I got to see you right now.
Thank you.
Such a nice day. I just had a nice dinner with like the teachers that were in my office, and everyone was just kind of having words. I didn't understand too much of it, but what I did understand, it was just really nice. But yeah, oh my gosh, I can't believe like officially. Oh, okay, it's like slippery here. Okay, I'll fall with my luck. But oh my gosh, I can't believe it's like officially the last week of school has officially ended. Like the school year is officially over. That's crazy. Oh my gosh. All right, I'm almost home. Time to get some Netflix and hot cocoa going. But thanks for watching my vlog. Thanks for coming along with me this week. Please feel free to like, comment, and subscribe, and I will see you next time.